Hello, welcome back to the channel. We've got quite a bit to get through. It's an important channel update this, that's why it's been put out on its own. Sorry, I got itchy eye. Don't know what's caused that. So let's get to it. So first of all, some of you may have noticed that the channel videos were taken down the last couple of days. I'm here to address that now. So basically what happened was it was brought to my attention that maybe I'd misrepresented myself, or I felt that I'd misrepresented myself because people had probably got the wrong idea of what I was trying to do. So the long and short of it was that some people felt that I was too much concentrating on subscribers and not on the quality of the videos, that all I was interested in was getting numbers and so on. That wasn't the case. I didn't feel that was the case. However, I can see how they came to that conclusion, and I'll explain that now. So I've only had this YouTube account maybe about a year and a bit, and I'm not a very fast learner when it comes to stuff like this, because basically I've had some injuries, and I just leave it at that. It's a bit complicated, but so memory is a problem, and so learning things and things sticking can be an issue. So what I do is when I learn stuff, I tend to research it as much as I can. So I started the channel up. I started watching YouTube channels. I didn't want to watch all the professional stuff because I wanted to see other channels that were starting up and how they were getting along. So I picked the ones which I felt were going well. Now, one thing I noticed was that the one thing they all had in common was they asked for subscribers, and so I just mimicked that. I started asking for subscribers at the end of every video, and I think at one time on way back on a live show, I was rather cheeky and put asked for subscribers on the show, and to me it became a bit of a running joke. So every week I would come in at some point and blatantly do a spineless sort of plug and ask for subscribers. However, other people thought that I was really sort of doing that, and in a way I was, but it was also like a light-hearted thing. Now, I want to point out that none of what was said to me was done in a derogatory manner. None of it was aimed in a nasty way. People were just trying to advise me on the best way forward for the channel. I was disheartened by what I learnt because I felt I don't know, let myself down, let everyone else down, I don't know. I'll probably figure that out in my own time. But that's certainly not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted to project. I didn't want to project somebody that only cared about numbers and didn't care about anything else. That's not what I want. So hence the videos came down while I decided what I was going to do. The choices were quite simple. I was either going to bin the whole YouTube thing or carry on. Now, I've had a couple of other Tim from Tim's Desk London. He suggested that I have a new start, and in a way I think that's appropriate, but I don't really want to lose all the videos I've done till now because they show my progress. So I'm going to do a mixture of both of those things. I know it sounds as though it can't be done, but we're going to give this a go. So there's going to be some big changes. Well, I think they're fairly big. So let's start with the changes first. First of all, the videos will all be coming back on probably in 24 hours time. I'll turn them all back on. Now I have about 4 videos that are sitting in a folder on YouTube and waiting to be turned from private to public. They're already been done. I don't really want to lose and redo them videos again, so I'm just gonna make everything public in the folder in 24 hours, and everyone can watch them all, and you know, they'll still be able to go back and look at them. But for me, that will be, this video will be the sort of starting line, if you like. And so going forward, no more vanilla builds. It was a complete flop, disaster, so we're not doing that anymore. There's going to be no more. I'm not going to be asking for subscribers anymore. I'm going to let the videos and the work speak for itself. If it's no good and I'm not doing very well, it will just flop and the channel will die, and you know, I will know then that it was no good. Sorry, I've got to go and have words with the dog. Back in a minute. However, if it's successful, the subscribers will come. As was said in the film, Evan Almighty, if you build it, they will come. Or was that the Bible? See what I've got to work with. Unbelievable. Back in a minute. Apologies for that. The dogs are driving me crazy today. I have done this video so many times you wouldn't believe it. I've got to just leave the barking and there's nothing else I can do. They're just, everybody's gone out. This is the perfect opportunity to do it, but on the downside, right. So where did I get to? Yeah, 24 hours. The videos are all good. My God! Yes, 24 hours. The videos will be back up. I've completely lost my train of thought now. Right, so anyway, I'm not going to be asking for subscribers anymore, and I'll let the videos speak for themselves. That's a brief recap on where I was. What else is going to change? The vanilla builds are out, I've said that. Something else is out. The fucking dogs have destroyed. I just cannot get my train of thought back. Right, I'm gonna have to think on this a minute. Right, a bit more composed now. So, the letterbox drops are going to be scrapped. Going forward, we're going to have the channel updates, which initially were going to be scrapped, but I'm now, after speaking to Paul, it's probably not a good idea. So I'm going to keep the channel updates in, but what will happen now is, after I've done the channel update, any new products that have come in, I will show them then. I'm not going to show the openings of them anymore. I should just bring a box in like this one, which I got from Ivan, and go from there. I'm going to try and leave them unedited. I hate editing. I'm not very good at it. They end up all chopped and messed about. I think it adds a level of fun for people as well, because you'll be watching this back and I've completely had near breakdowns with the dogs and the interruptions, and you've only seen a small part of it. I have redone this video so many times, and I've been on it for like 3 hours now, and I'm only trying to do like a 15-minute video. they had a little bit of a comic value to it, so I'm going to leave them in for now. But I'd be interested in feedback to see if you think they're worth leaving in. You know, sort of slightly outtakes are in there as they happen, or you know, or not. We'll see. It saves a lot of time for me because I've got a slow computer, and it just takes forever to edit stuff on this. So that's the plan for that. I'm also going to introduce like a little light-hearted playlist on the channel where I'll probably put things like funny things that have happened with the dogs, or funny little videos that have happened on days out, or you know, just something so that people can come on and just have a little look at something that might, you know, a little bit of fun. So I'm going to try that. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try and stop messing about with the videos, so the sound and the video will all be consistent. That's what I'm aiming for. I've got a fairly reasonable setup, although the sound did play up terribly this morning, but that's because I keep turning mics off and on when I use them, so they haven't got too many going at once. So I think that is all I've got to say about it, really. As I said earlier, none of this is none of what was told to me was done in malice. I want to stress that. That's important, because these things can quickly deteriorate if they're not sort of nipped in the bud. Any reaction on my part by taking the videos down was just the way I took it, and I'm not the best person when it comes to, you know, well, anything really. So I really can't think that, you know, the video this morning had so much in it, and it had so much information that I felt was relevant, and slowly the animals, the people knocking on the door, the doorbell, the dog barking upstairs, the people coming outside, the bloody lorry reversing, beeping, and all that has just worn me down to this, what is it now, a 12-minute video. I don't know what to say. It's been so frustrating. Not really. Ow. Yeah. I don't think there's anything left for me to say now. Moving forward, there's I'm going to be trying to start from scratch. So I've told you the things that I'm getting rid of, but there are certain things that I want to bring back. So I'm going to be starting from scratch. So I want to add more how-to videos, more what to do, little tips and tricks like that, and it'll be starting with building a basic model from it'll be a pair of nail clippers or side cutters or whatever, and just using the basics to build a kit and see how I get on. I know this has been done before. Ivan done it. I think John Sharp done it on Sharpie's channel, but I haven't done it, and you know, this is my channel, it's a fresh start, and I think it's an appropriate way to start at the beginning. And then I'm going to try and teach what I've learnt through the various stages. So I mean, at the beginning, probably one of the first things I learnt about would be the glue, and brush painting and little things like that, and then we'll advance further and further. So at no point should I end up covering something that I've only just learned and you're seeing it for the first time. I know people like to see that sometimes to see how it goes, but if I'm looking for a more professional look, then I've got to really try and perfect what I'm doing so that it doesn't look all cocked up and buggered up or whatever. There's a difference between leaving stuff in because I've forgotten or I've been interrupted and it might look funny to other people, and just really not knowing what you're doing and trying to look like you know what you're doing. That's never going to work. People are always going to see through it and you're just going to end up looking a bit of a knob. So and I don't want that. So we'll that's something else that I want to. So we'll be starting that fairly soon. Video builds are on the cards. They're quite difficult though to do. I have tried before, but they're very, very sort of. There's a lot of work goes into them. I don't think I'm going to do them just yet, but maybe in the future. I mean, there's going to be the video build. See, I'm contradicting myself already. There's going to be the video build of the basic thing, but I'm on about a detailed video build of a big kit. I'm not going to be doing that just yet. Not ready for that. This is a little kit that just going to slot together, really, in theory. So I'm hoping that it'll be a lot easier, an introduction into it, if you like. I think that's it. I think I've covered everything. I'm going to go before the phone rings, the dog barks, the doorbell goes, the microwave explodes, the water main bursts, the gas pipe blows out there, the hurricane comes trundling down the road, earthquake happens, cloud burst, or even, you know, a volcano starts coming out of the ground in the back garden. I would not put any of that as far-fetched at the moment. So, all that's left for me to say is don't forget to hit like, and I'll leave that empty now because there's nothing else for me to put on that. So don't forget to hit like and thumbs up. Yeah, give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Bye for now.